It's week 9 of the NFL. And up next, we'll see Aaron Jones. He was unstoppable a week ago with 4 touchdowns. It's the Packers and the Rams, just ahead on EA Sports.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Rams offense ready. They're backed up to start their initial drive. They're brought out by a man now in his 15th NFL season, one of the most productive passers in league history, and a former Super Bowl champion, Matthew Stafford.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. First run now for Kyron Williams. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there in the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
It's fielded at the 45. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. So here are the new-look Packers set to go to work. And at the helm here in 2023, a lot of eyes on this man in his 4th NFL season, Jordan Love.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game, bottom line. May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, takes this to the 45. Broken tackle, bought him a little extra space. The numbers for Jones last week, the hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
You talk about this Rams defense.
They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game is sky high. In fact, you'd absolutely be stunned to come away with a loss.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Now a 1st down carry by Jones.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st. Love now to pass on 1st down.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Rams are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time. Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Los Angeles.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Atwell here. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. We're scoreless after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Love going to give this one to Jones. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
Switch, yellow, opposite, green.
Love looking to throw it. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here's Daniel Whelan now. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is, and if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
And way up past past the 35 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Rams.
Play action. Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. And the Rams at 7-1 now on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. Now it's Stafford. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Packers' 12-yard line.
Now Stafford. Flushed out right. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal from the 6. Again, it's Stafford. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Throwing is Stafford. And he's got it. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua as the first half is winding down. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. We don't see too many scoreless halves in football, not in today's day and age, and we're not going to see one here. We finally have points on the board.
Yeah, and it didn't come easy, did it? Because neither of these offenses really gotten out of the starting blocks yet. But that is definitely an important score right there. And who knows? The way their defenses play, that touchdown might even hold up until the end.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Returnable here from the 38. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We get started with two teams who took Oklahoma quarterbacks #1 overall in both 2018 and 19. Arizona heading north to take on Cleveland. And it's the Cardinals who are out in front in that one. Rondale Moore, a touchdown reception. From there, we move to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Nico Collins, up over 100 yards receiving with 2 touchdown grabs. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore and check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. DK Metcalf, a touchdown reception. This has been a hard-fought battle thus far. Just the 1 touchdown to this point is still anybody's game at 7-0, as both of these defenses have been out there trying to one-up one another. These two teams going through their final adjustments. It's about time for the second half in Green Bay. So for the call, we go back up to Lambeau and Brandon God.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Packer offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Bobby Brown coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Check pink.
Love from the gun. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
Ready.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 3rd down, Love. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And that one on the rookie, Charles, maybe a little too overeager.
You know how many times you know about the quarterback having to have a clock in his head and make sure the ball gets away before the rush gets there? When you're a pass rusher, you have to know when the ball is gone and make sure you don't hit the quarterback afterward. I know he was trying to make a play, but that time he ends up drawing the flag.
Ernest Jones there for the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Love. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And that's good for a gain of 6. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Love now. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. And bulldozing his way through.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Opposite. Green, yellow, line, blue, check.
On 1st and 10, Love. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Ready.
Play fake. Here's Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Here's a give to Jones running left. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Extra point attempt to come here. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Check pink, switch yellow.
On 2nd down, Love once more. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by John Johnson. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So here are the Rams to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
A give to Williams, running right. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Stafford. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. For the 4th quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
First down, going to the air with Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
Green, yellow, line, blue, check.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Short throw, he's got Kraft. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Again, it's Love. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Hey, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
First down, Los Angeles.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon convention.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle, and it is 28-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And Jones going to have a Packers first down as he's up to the 44-yard line. Throwing. Love. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
That's taken in, Dontavian Wicks. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 41-yard line.
Yellow, Lonnie, blue, check. Smith, red. Check white. Black swap. Check pink.
Off the play fake, Love. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Okay, ready?
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Blue, check. Ready?
Going back to Love. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, But I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
Well, one team clearly was in control from the start in this one, Charles. They had things humming on the offensive end, few passing touchdowns, and then their secondary on defense really helped to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they certainly did, Brandon, and let's face it, it may be cliche, but that secondary, they brought their no-fly zone signs to this one, didn't they? Shut down everything in the airways, and conversely, their own offense had its way through the air. They made sure their passing game was humming.
So for Los Angeles, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire